Hello learners, I am Dr. Niradhar, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all today's program, today's video program, and the title of today's video program is Curricular Materials, its types and importance. So, today we will try to understand that what is the curricular material, to whom we will say that these are the curricular materials, and what are the different types of curricular materials that we use extensively in our education system, especially in school education. Okay. And what is the importance of curricular materials in school education system. So, as per the design of your online course understanding disciplines and subjects, today's topic that is included in the fifth module of your online course. The title of the module, that is subject concerns in school curriculum, and you know that at present we are in the fifth week. Total this online course is of 8 weeks course, and we are presently in the fifth week. In this module, in the fifth module, subject concerns in school curriculum, I have already said in my earlier video programs, there are 4 different video programs that have been developed in this module. First is curriculum, syllabi and school education. Already you have gone through it, and the second video program of this module, that is domains of school subjects, we have already discussed, and today's program, that is curricular materials, its types and importance. And further another video program in this module that is included, the title is implications of curricular divisions for a learner centered pedagogy. So, friends, now let us focus upon today's title, that is curricular materials, its types and importance. So, before discussing the concept and content point, the discourses of curricular materials, so let me to first say about the learning outcomes. Means after going through this video program, after going through this part module 5, so what are the skills, competencies and learning outcomes that you are supposed to achieve. So, first of all, after going through this video program and the part module 5 of this online course, you will be able to explain different types of curricular materials, and further you will also able to discuss the importance of curricular materials in school education. So, 2 learning outcomes that have been kept in this program. First you will discuss, first you will explain the types of curricular material, what are the different types of curricular materials, and further you will also discuss the importance. Okay. So, what are the importance of the curricular materials? It may be in terms of a textbook, it may be in terms of a supplementary reading material. So, what is the importance of the textbook, what is the importance of the supplementary reading materials, and other types of resources also, other types of curricular materials also. That means in the teaching learning process, the materials that we use, being a teacher, being a student, you will find that the students are going through different materials, and teachers are also following certain materials, certain resources for teaching the students, for designing their teaching. Okay. So, what activities they will conduct, what are the different demonstration, and how discussion will be developed in the classroom, what will be the nature, what will be the content. So, you will find that without the resource material, without the curricular material, then both the teacher and the students, they may face difficulties. So, that is why being a student of education, being a teacher trainee, you are supposed to know the use of different types of curricular material and its importance. So, let us go forward, try to understand the types of curricular material. So, broadly if I will categorize curricular materials, I can say that curricular materials are of 2 types. One is called as the prescribed materials and other is called as the supplementary materials. So, friends, try to understand what is the prescribed materials or prescribed curricular materials, and what are the supplementary curricular materials. Under prescribed curricular materials, we can say here now it is appear on your screen. 3 types of materials we have taken, which is under the prescribed material, that is textbooks, workbooks and laboratory manuals. So, friends, when we are discussing the school education system, you will find that it is the responsibility of the government, it may be central government or it may be different state government, that they provide textbooks to the students. So, now textbooks are provided in free of cost also, okay, by different state governments. And in NCERT also you will find that they develop textbooks for the students, and all the central schools, as well as you will find many other schools also, CBSE schools also, they also follow the NCERT textbooks, NCERT based textbooks. Okay. So, that is why textbook is a type of prescribed materials, you can say. Earlier I was talking about the NCF 2005, National Curriculum Framework 2005. You see, the work of NCERT is to develop, to conceptualize the school curriculum first, to develop a type of position paper, a type of concept note about different subject in a curriculum. Okay. It may be at the elementary stage, or it may be at the secondary stage, it may be at the senior secondary stage, and further NCERT develop a type of curriculum, a detailed curriculum, means what content should be addressed in different subjects at different stages of school education. Okay. Then after developing the curriculum, NCERT also develop textbooks. Okay. And this is called as prescribed materials, because these textbooks are prepared as per the national curriculum, as per the national curriculum framework. And you will find that the students, they will study, they will complete this textbook within the time period. You can give the example of, let the textbook of social science for class for standard 9th, or for class 9th, or for class 10th, means within the duration of 1 year, you will find the class 9th or the class 10th students, they are supposed to complete that textbook. It may be the textbook of history, it may be the textbook of science, it may be the textbook of language or mathematics. Okay. So, here these textbooks are called as the prescribed textbooks, because the topics and chapters and other learning experiences which are included in the textbook, the learners meticulously they have to follow it, and the teachers will teach that content, and in a time period, maybe within 1 year, the content included in the textbook that is supposed to be completed in the school, okay, in the class. So, that is why, so these materials are prescribed to the learners that they have to study it, and you will find that the textbooks which is developed by NCERT, that is as per the need, interest, abilities of the learners. Okay. And you will find that a sense of interactivity and a type of different experiences are included in the textbook, because these experiences will help further the learners to understand the text, to understand different content point, understand you can say the knowledge base which is addressed in the textbook. So, with the textbook you will find that under prescribed materials, certain workbooks as well as laboratory manuals are also included. Workbooks, that means this is a type of practice book, you can say. You can take the example of mathematics, you can take the example of question bank of different other subjects. Okay. So, here what the students will do, they will study the textbooks, at the same time for practicing more and more problems, for practicing more and more questions. So, what they can do, they can also follow the workbooks. Okay. Workbooks is also for the practice of the students. You will find that many questions are given in the workbook, and the students they solve those questions. Okay. So, they practice it for the examination, at the same time for understanding the content point or content point also. So, the workbooks are, you can say, in a very nutshell, the entire textbooks that got presented in a different way. Okay. And further, if the subject is having the scope for practical activities, okay, you can say laboratory based experiment. So, especially at the secondary stage of different science based subjects or at the senior secondary stage, okay, it may be physics at 11th and 12th standard, it may be chemistry, it may be biology, may be botany, or may be zoology. You will find that the students, those are opting science stream and they are studying different science related subjects. So, they are supposed to do practical works in the lab, in the laboratory. So, that is why they required a type of you can say lab manuals. So, that is why this is also come under the prescribed material, that certain manuals are developed for the students for conducting the practical activities. But these three textbooks, workbooks and laboratory manuals are come under the prescribed material, because these are prescribed to the students, okay, and these are the primary material. They have to study it, they have to follow it, they have to complete it. Okay. Further, with the prescribed material, another category or another type of curricular material, that is called as the supplementary materials. So, here you see the terms that is used, that is supplementary, because these materials will help the learners, these materials will given to the learners along with the prescribed materials, because many a time I have elaborated that learning has no limit. You can't confine the child in the four walls of the classroom or within the school or within the textbook or within the workbook or laboratory manual. Okay. So, learning, you can say learners acquire knowledge, acquire experiences beyond the textbook, beyond the classroom, and much knowledge they gain beyond the school campuses. So, that is why friend, only prescribed material is not enough for the students. So, that is why you will find that many supplementary materials that are also developed for the use of the students. Here I am not saying that this school board or the NCERT developed the supplementary materials. Yes, NCERT also developed the supplementary materials, but at the same time you will find that the supplementary materials are also available from different sources, okay, from different publication houses. So, what they do, as per the textbook, as per the curriculum of a subject at a particular standard, they also develop many supplementary reading materials. And many a time you will find that the students, what they do, they study the textbook of one board, at the same time they also follow, they also refer the textbooks of other boards also, okay. So, just to get an idea, or you can say just to widen their experience and to widen their knowledge base also, and to practice also. Many a time you will find that if they will follow more than one book, more than one resource materials, they will get many questions, okay. And the effort of the students, that what they do, they they practice it and they solve the problems. So, that is why under supplementary materials you will find dictionaries, okay, to know the meaning of different terms, the meaning of different words, okay. So, dictionary, students use dictionary, students use encyclopedia also, encyclopedia of science, encyclopedia of social science, okay, encyclopedia of different languages, okay. So, they will get, by using the encyclopedia, you will find that the students get huge knowledge, huge experiences about different concept, about different term, different themes, about different sub themes. So, that is why dictionary comes under supplementary material, encyclopedia come under the supplementary materials, then atlas, okay, for teaching students specifically the subject of history, for teaching students specifically the subject of geography, you can say, okay, even political science. You will find that teacher uses atlas to provide a type of you can say sense about geography of a place, about the location of a place, about the situation of a place, okay. So, that is why dictionaries, encyclopedia, atlas, then grammar book, okay, grammar book in different languages, how to use it, okay, how to use it and how to understand grammar, accordingly how to write sentences in a proper way, in a very error free way without making any mistakes. So, that is why you will find that students use grammar books. And further many supplementary reading materials you will find that it may be in terms of workbook, it may be in terms of you can say solve questions or previous year questions or solve questions of previous year examination, okay. Then practice manuals where you will find that many questions are given. So, what the students do with the prescribed materials, they also equally follow, they also equally study the other supplementary material just like the dictionaries, atlas, grammar books, supplementary books, practice manuals and many other resources. Nowadays, you will find that for self learning purpose the students are using internet, students are using the OER sites also, open educational resources sites also. So, they get huge material to contextualize their study and to better understand the curriculum which is prescribed for a particular standard and you can say in a particular subject. So, friends, now we understand about the two types and categories of curricular material, one is prescribed material and other is supplementary material. Let us go forward to understand about the flow of prescribed curricular material. So, when we talk about curricular material, so what are its flows, how you can say what type of concept, what types of philosophy we get, what type of knowledge base we get from the curricular materials. Okay. So, first of all it is based upon the curriculum guidelines with core values. So, friends, if you will go through the fundamental principles of NCF 2005, you will find that the core values, the democratic values and other types of values, that is also how to integrate values in the curriculum, that is one of the fundamental principle, okay, guiding principles you can say. So, that is why the flow of curricular material, that when the students will pursue, when the students will study the curriculum, then definitely they develop certain values, because values are included, values are integrated in the curriculum. So, that is why curriculum is based upon the guidelines with certain core values. Then keeping multiple parameters in mind, you will find that in our last program we have discussed about curriculum, syllabi and school subjects. What is the interrelationship between curriculum and syllabi? Curriculum is very vast in nature. Curriculum includes the total development of the personality of the child. It may be mental development, it may be social development, it may be you can say emotional development, it may be spiritual development. Okay. So, when we talk about curriculum, so you will find that the scope of curriculum is widespread, the scope of curriculum is not limited. Okay. It includes the activities within the school, inside the classroom, it also go beyond the experiences that the students gain outside the classroom, outside the school. So, that is why through prescribed curricular material you will find that students get acquainted with multiple parameters. Okay. So, what practical knowledge, what skills, what competencies they will develop, at the same time what theoretical construct they will develop, how they will construct their own knowledge is also part of it. And further we can say another flow of prescribed curricular material, that is timetable and course completion. You will find that the curriculum which is prepared, that is for a particular time period you can say. Let mathematics for standard 9th. So, here the textbook and the curriculum and the syllabi which is developed for standard 9th mathematics, that means the chapters which is included in standard 9th mathematics, you will find that the teacher will complete those chapters within the academic session, within the you can say 10 or 11 months of the academic session. So, that is why you will find that a clear cut timetable is developed for transacting the curriculum and to complete the curriculum within the time frame. Okay. So, course completion is important and that is also within the timetable period. So, this is you can say one of the very important flow of prescribed curricular materials, and further we can say it maintain a medium standard. You should understand that what is the medium standard, median standard, not medium standard, median standard. So, median standard means here when the curriculum are developed. So, keeping in consideration of majority of the learners, majority of the students, or the average ability of the students, or you can say the median ability of the students. So, median you can say in statistics we can define median is the midpoint of the distribution below and above which 50% of the cases lie. It means this is the average standard, or you can say when we develop a curriculum, the content of the curriculum or the difficulty value of the content of the curriculum are never at a very high difficulty level or at a very low difficulty level, or very easy. So, you will find that this is the principle, this is one of the concept, and this is one of the guidelines that when curriculum are developed as per the median standard of the child. So, that means at the average standard or at the median standard, you will find that most of the students they come under means their abilities are, you can say, more or less average in nature. So, that is why the standard of curriculum or the topic which are included in the curricular material are mostly medium in standard, not highly difficult or very easy. Then further to discuss about other points about the flow of supplementary material. Earlier we discussed about the flow of the primary material or the prescribed learning material. So, now let us try to understand that what is the flow of supplementary materials. So, here you see multiple learning needs of students and teachers are fulfilled by supplementary reading materials. So, multiple learning needs means what? Multiple learning needs means here you see for all round development of the personality of the child, you will find that they are supposed to get an opportunity in different activities, they are supposed to get an opportunity in different work, okay, in different types of school based activities. So, that is why friend multiple needs of the learners are given importance in the supplementary materials, okay, which is not, if it is not possible through your prescribed materials, then learners get it from the supplementary reading materials. And further another flow of supplementary materials, that is you can say enrichment of learning beyond the classroom. So, I have already said that how the learners get experience beyond the classroom, because with the or along with the formal system of education, learners learn many things, out of school system. Okay. So, when they are traveling, when they are coming in contact with different people, different group, different friends, okay, and when they are working in a group, okay, when their interaction is happening in a group, you will find that they are also learning many things. So, that is why beyond the classroom means if they will use the supplementary reading materials, so they will learn many things which is not included in the textbook, but related to the knowledge base of the textbook. Okay. So, that is why it is another flow. Then third, we can say reduce burden of subscribed materials. Many a time you will find that the subscribed material or the textbook which is developed by the experts, many a time you will find that so far as elaboration is concerned, so far as illustration is concerned, so far as proper examples are concerned, many a time you will find that because of paucity of time, because of paucity of space, the materials are not illustrated properly, okay, especially the text prescribed materials. So, here there is an opportunity if the students will follow the supplementary materials, it means the textbook burden can be minimized, because the supplementary materials will be given in terms of a workbook, in terms of a solved papers. So, that is why learners will involve wholeheartedly to understand and to practice the things. Okay. So, that is why easily they can understand the concept, the complex concept which is addressed in the prescribed material. Okay. So, this is one of the flow. Then further we can say that another flow of supplementary material is plenty full of information as per the creativity of the learner. So, here you will find that a group of learners they are having their own creativity, they want to do the things in a different way. Okay. So, that is why many a time you will find that supplementary reading materials provide space to the learners to understand the prescribed material in a better way and to do more and more solve questions, to do more and more activities and to do something as per their creativity, as per their aptitude, as per their interest. So, friends, this is the flow of supplementary reading materials. Now, let us try to understand as per National Curriculum Framework 2005. So, what has been given or what has been recommended on supplementary materials? First of all, reducing stress on high speed classroom teaching, heavy homework and private tuition is one of the, you can say, recommendation or suggestion, one of the guiding principle of NCERT 2005 on supplementary materials, that how to reduce stress from the students, stress, curriculum stress of the students, textbook stress of the students. So, if they will get ready-made material with many solved questions, then the students can study it and solve their problem. So, this is one of the important aspect that for reducing stress, supplementary reading materials are developed. And further, I have already discussed that it helps both students and teachers on the following ways, just like elaboration of concept and activities, spaces for widening about problem and exercises encouraging reflective thinking and small group work. Further, we can say leaving the definition of technical terms to a subject dictionary. So, try to understand elaboration, it provides better elaboration which is not possible in the prescribed material. Okay. Then the students use for this, for proper elaboration, for better elaboration, they use supplementary materials, and they also use spaces for widening about problem. They get certain spaces to understand it and to widen their experiences. Then further we can say exercises encouraging reflective thinking and small group work. So, when the learners will do many exercises, so what they will do, they will involve in hands-on activities in doing the things. So, that is another important aspect. Then further we can say leaving the definition of technical term. Okay. So, many a time you will find that in supplementary material many terms are explained properly, just like in an encyclopedia, in a dictionary you will find that the terms are explained properly. What is the etymological meaning and what is the operational meaning of certain terms in a specific context, in a specific perspective. So, that is why this is possible only through supplementary material, and this is also included in NCERT 2005. Then further we can say that essential for reducing new textbooks and curriculum. So, whenever new textbooks and curriculum are developed, you will find that supplementary reading materials are also developed for the students, at the same time for the teachers. Teachers materials relating to the curriculum, relating to the textbooks, that may be, or relating to the prescribed materials, that may be different resource materials, because unless the teachers are oriented towards the new curriculum, oriented towards different resources which is required for understanding the new curriculum and to teach the new curriculum. So, it is difficult for the part of the teachers to teach. So, that is why it is essential for introducing a new textbook and curriculum. Okay. So, that is why when NCERT new national curriculum framework comes, then it is you will find that the NCERT, what NCERT does, first NCERT orient the teachers to use the curriculum, to use the concept of the curriculum, the content point of the curriculum, and to transact the curriculum in a proper way as per the norm of the national curriculum framework at a different time. Then further we can say help students to work in self space with their abilities and creativity. Many a time if they will get the supplementary material, so what the students will do after the class time, after the school hours, so they use the supplementary material and they solve many questions. So, that is why it is also another important purpose. Then making learning constructivist and liberal. So, how supplementary material help the learners for constructing their own knowledge, at the same time to provide, you can say, a type of freedom, a type of liberty to the learners to study at their own space, to study at their own speed, okay, pace and place, at the same time one speed. So, that is why these are the certain major concepts which is addressed in NCERT 2005 relating to the supplementary reading material. Further, we will discuss about importance of curricular materials in school education. First of all, what to teach? This is the question, that what to teach. So, what content should be taught? For selecting the content, it is one of the importance of curricular material, that what to teach. Then further, how to teach, what methods, techniques should be used to teach that content. Okay. So, that is why curricular material is required. Then how much children should learn? How much children should learn? What is the minimum level of learning? What should be their attainment level? So, that is also another concern. What is the mastery? What is the mastery in a particular subject that the learners they are supposed to achieve? Okay. So, how much of children, how much of mastery they are supposed to achieve is also another concern to understand about the curricular material, importance of curricular material. And further, we can say to fulfill the need of diversify learners. So, many a time you will find that the learners that you are getting in your class, they are coming from different groups, different subgroups, different social groups, different language backgrounds, language diversify background, okay, different socio-economic background. So, how to deal them? So, that is why curricular material is required. You will find that the students at the rural place, they are coming from a low socio-economic background. So, without a textbook, without curricular material, it is difficult for them to study. So, that is why to fulfill the need of diversify learners, we develop the curriculum. Further, to get systematic and authentic knowledge. So, you will find that in curriculum, the curriculum which is developed by NCERT, you will find that it provides authentic knowledge, it provides a type of systematic knowledge. So, for that, this is the importance of the curriculum material for the learner. Then to reduce the rote learning. So, many a time you will find that the students prepare or study just before the examination, they develop certain rote learning and they reproduce it during the examination. Okay. It is not like that. They should understand the concept, they should apply the concept, they should develop competencies, they should develop skills, and this is only possible if proper curricular materials are provided to the learners, so that the learners are not developing rote learning, rather they are properly studying. And further, we can say another importance of curricular materials in school education, that is for first generation learners, you will find that if in the family nobody has studied the formal education, gained the formal education, then curricular material help the first generation learners for their study. Then it also fulfill need of the students at the rural areas. I have already said that those are coming from the low socio-economic background, a type of textbook is enough for them. Okay. So, they study the textbook. Further, we can say need of the students in a single teacher school. Many a time you will find that the schools, many schools you will find that a single teacher school, and where the teachers, a single teacher is not justifying his or her teaching to each and every standard, each and every class. So, many a time you will find that all classes are not happening in the school, or teacher is teaching in a multi-stage classes. Okay. So, that is why if curricular material is with the hand of the students, then in a single teacher school, so the students can be benefited. For the low socio-economic group students, I have already said that they required highly the curricular materials. Then for bringing equality, equity, at the same time quality, I have already said that this is one of our constitutional obligation, that we should try to achieve the equality, at the same time equity in education. For that, learning material and the curricular material is the must. Okay. It should be given to the learners. Then for doing activities and hands-on practices, I have already said that only getting theoretical knowledge is not enough, theoretical construct is not enough. At the same time, learners should get involve themselves in different activities and they should learn from different hands-on practices. They should achieve the competencies, achieve the skills so that they can use it further. So, these are the certain importance of different types of curricular materials. So, friends, today we discussed about two types of curricular material. Just to recapitulate, one is the prescribed material and other is the supplementary material, and you will find there is the importance of the prescribed material, at the same time there is the importance of the supplementary materials. In our next program, we will discuss other issues, other themes, and for further queries you can just write a mail to me, you can make a telephone call, you can go through my Facebook account, YouTube channel, at the same time my Twitter handle. Thank you.